You're watching the Move Me podcast with Kevin Methvin. Today we have Brian Cowart, the owner and CEO, and I don't know what else you would say, runs the Delta Daze YouTube channel that talks all about the wonderful living out here in the Discovery Bay Delta area.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me out today.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yes.
So I met Brian years ago. We actually ended up on a boat together, and I'm like, I actually like this guy. Let's hang out some more. So, he's been doing this channel just for a little bit of time, but he's already gotten a lot of views on his channel. There's really good information on local events that are coming up and boat shows and everything. And I mean, how exactly did you get started doing
Well, it's kind of an interesting story on how it all started. So I was just kind of collecting footage and just recording stuff out on the water. And it was just recently, this past summer, 2025, and I had a pretty horrific tragedy that happened. My house ended up catching on fire in Discovery Bay. So I lost the house, and I was sitting in a hotel room in Brentwood and just kind of going, you know what, I have all this footage. Let me put something together and see if anybody's interested in seeing what we do out on the water. And sure enough, when I put the video together, and it really wasn't that great of a video, at least the first one, it's gotten better over time.
Yeah.
But after a couple days, it reached almost 50,000 views, and I was like, wow, people really want to see what we're doing out here. And it was kind of like a vlog kind of deal, just out and about for that day and just kind of seeing what was going to happen. And and there was just a lot of stoke around it, and I was like, okay, I'm going to keep doing it. And it's been really good. So I think I've done probably around 20 something videos just over last summer and this fall, and they've been doing really well. So a lot of, I get a lot of feedback and people saying how, it's a family friendly episode, the whole family can watch it, and it kind of showcases like what's going on in the Delta because, I've just seen over time being on the Delta for a while. I've been out in Discovery Bay since about 1998. So it's been a while. So I've seen a lot of changes, and over time, I've watched that places close down and kind of fall apart and disrepair, and the counties don't renew those, permits and stuff like that. And then those businesses just go away. And I wanted to capture it so that even if somehow it goes away, at least we can just live.
Remember it.
Yeah. And just kind of see it. Because there's been a lot of good places. I'm sure a lot of people, if they're watching, probably know Lost Isle. Yeah. And for a long time, people kept saying, oh, it's coming back. It's coming back. And then at one point, it too caught on fire, went away. One of my favorite places was Union Point.
Oh, I know. It's going to bring that one up.
Such a great place. Yeah, and now, I mean, you can't even, you just see a dock down there now. There's no building, and that one caught on fire too. So I don't know what's going on with all these fires, but.
I know. I pass by it all the time. I was just driving out there to Sacramento to show property a couple days ago. Yeah. And it's like, oh, it's so sad. I remember this would be right here. This would be popping.
It was the best because, if you didn't have a boat, you could just drive there. And it was just a great, 7 minutes from Discovery Bay on Highway 4 right there at the middle bridge. Right, it was just a great, great place. A lot of good memories. But that place is never coming back. So it's sad.
But there still is a lot of things for us to look forward to.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, your last video, the one I think I shared it on Facebook, talking about all the events coming up in spring and summer. And then you had mentioned there's even a boat show that you found out after the fact.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. So, even the last video I put out, I tried to list as many events as I could. And, there's still more events that are going to be happening, but I just, I didn't have all the details for that. So I didn't want to put everything out there. But it's really important that, people also go to the Instagram page, which is CA Delta Daze, DAZE. And that's where you're going to find all the updated information, as I hear of more events and know about more events. But there is going to be a good boat show coming to Discovery Bay the first weekend in May, and they're going to bring, it's going to be free. They're going to have bands. I believe there's going to be about 30 boat vendors that are going to be there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So if you're not, excited about going up to Cal Expo or something in the beginning of March for the, Sacramento boat show, which is a really big boat show, but, you have to pay for parking, you have to pay to get in. It's just, it's
you have to
far.
drive all the way to Sacramento.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you're coming from San Jose or something, I mean, that's a far trip.
Yeah. It'd save you over an hour.
Yeah. And a lot of those vendors are going to be in Discovery Bay. So it's really good.
Is it going to be at the marina or?
It's going to be at the marina parking lot, up the upper parking lot. And I believe there's going to be some boat demos too. I don't know which companies yet, but I know California Boat Co., which is located at the marina, they're going to have a demo boat for sure. Okay. So if, I don't know all the details about that yet, but as it gets closer, That's why you want to stay on the Instagram, and
Yeah,
you'll get more information.
It's a great channel. I probably look at it every day.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all kinds of cool footage of sunsets and wakeboarding and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, just trying to keep the stoke alive for the Delta, because the Delta has so much to offer. We're talking over 1,100 miles of waterway to explore, and it is much different than a lake. So going to a lake, a lot of times you don't have, a lot of lakes, they do lower, the water level goes down a little bit because they're releasing water out of the dam and stuff like that. But on the Delta, we're on a tide system. So it's really important that people understand that we're going to have a low tide and a high tide throughout the day. And those are things that a lot of people just don't think about when they come out. And that's stuff that, you do need to pay attention to that stuff out there.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a highway system too. It's not, we don't have these big open waterways. I mean, there are some areas like Mildred and, Frank's Track, if it's high tide. I mean, that's the only time I would recommend going through is at high tide. I wouldn't go at low tide because the weeds are really bad out there.
Yeah, absolutely. But even if you're not really into boating too, even that same parking lot at the marina, they have during the summer, we'll have the car shows on Saturday mornings.
Every once a month, the Cars and Coffee. And I believe that starts up maybe next month or in April. Yeah. I think it might be next month it starts up. Oh, that's a really good one. And then, I mean, it's a great community. I mean, Discovery Bay, great community. They have I'm sure you've attended some of the concerts in the park that they have out there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. And then, we have the float outs that happen in some of the bays. It's going to be a few of those this year. So there's going to be one that's going to happen June 27th. It's going to be right after they have the 250th boat parade for the United States for America's birthday. Yeah. They're going to have, and then afterwards they're going to have a DJ in Lido Bay. It's going to be kind of like a mini float out, not quite the same as like the big Lido Bay float out, but it's going to be like a mini version of that. But I feel like it's going to have the same vibe. Yeah. It's going to be a good one.
And if you want to check these things out, you know where to find it.
Yes. Go to the Delta Daze YouTube, and you can see all the past videos of those. So you can kind of get an idea of what's actually, happening, and kind of get an idea of okay, what to expect. Because it is a lot of fun out there. And there's going to be multiple of those float outs this year. So there's definitely one in Lido Bay, and there's definitely going to be one in Indian Bay. Okay. And I anticipate there might be one more. Just not sure which bay it would be in yet.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Because even in the past, I mean, Discovery Bay set the world record for the tie-ups, where they had the most tie-ups. Yeah, this was
world record, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what year that was, but it was over by the marina, right? And the marina area right there. Paddle boards, I can't think of all
inner
the
tubes and
anything. As long as it was not motorized and everybody linked up and held hands and stuff like that. Wow. And then they had a helicopter shot and they counted it all, and sure enough, world record. So pretty amazing that the community comes together and we can pull that kind of stuff off. So I think we should do it again and just keep setting the bar higher and higher.
I'm sure you'll have your drone out there taking photos.
Oh yeah. I love getting the drone. The aerial shots are a lot of fun. It's just a really cool perspective.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
We've seen some pretty beautiful sunsets recently.
Oh yeah, I'm all about it. Yeah, when I see the potential for a nice sunset, and that's the thing. I'm also trying to get out more of just being the Discovery Bay, because the Delta has so much to offer, and it's easy for me to capture Discovery Bay because that's where I live.
Right.
But I'm also trying to, especially this year, is to venture out more into Stockton, Bethel Island, all that stuff, and and do more trips out to the bay from Discovery Bay on yachts and heading out towards Angel Island, doing a couple days out there, because one of my biggest videos was taking the yacht from Discovery Bay up to Sacramento, and people just got so excited about it because a lot of people didn't know the route to take, how to navigate through the bridges, all that stuff, and it's on the video. I tried to be as detailed as possible. This is the route we took. These are the bridges we went through, all that stuff. And I had such good feedback from people going, oh my gosh, now that I know how to do it, where to go, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to go there. And we passed by so many cool marinas, so many cool little communities that have reached out, and a lot of people who want to connect and create some content for this summer. So it's really exciting. Yeah,
we're really blessed. We have a lot of little locations, like you go to Stockton, go to Garlic Brothers, get some food, some drinks. I mean, there's so much to explore. I haven't checked out that video yet. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, that one. It's the epic. I forget what the title is exactly, but it's something like epic yacht trip to Sacramento or something like that.
How long did that take?
We took our time, and it was, I would say, it probably took us about 6 or 7 hours, but we took our time. We stopped multiple times. It was hot. Stopped and swam and all that stuff. So we took our time. I mean, probably could have done it in 4 hours or so. And we were in a 45-foot Sea Ray yacht. It was really nice.
Wow,
so a lot of fun. But yeah, it was a really, really good trip. So I hope to do that a few more times. And then there's also up in like Walnut Grove, there's the meadows out there and stuff, which is like a super cool spot where people, you know, do a lot of houseboating and stuff up there. Just a really cool place with just like a lot of trees. And that's the cool part about the Delta is like the further up you go, it just changes. The scenery changes. You go out Discovery Bay and stuff. It's, you know, the levees are pretty bare. You know, there's not a lot of trees and greenery, but you go up towards closer to Sacramento and stuff and up like 160 and all that. It's beautiful up there.
Oh, yeah.
Isleton,
I go through Isleton all the time.
Yeah,
Isleton,
driving those levee roads is amazing. It's such a nice drive.
Pretty, you're right.
And it's way better when you're on the water and not just looking at it from the road. But hey, if you can only be on the road, it's all good. You know, it's great too. But a lot of cool swims, a lot of good restaurants and stuff along the way up there too.
Yeah, a lot of little hidden places that people talk about.
Yep. So yeah, Isleton used to have the Crawdad Festival. They would do that over Father's Day weekend.
Yeah, they still have that? I know a few years ago they had it.
Yes and no. So I was trying to find some information about it this year because supposedly they're trying to bring it back to Isleton because last year something happened and they had to move it to Cal Expo. And I don't know how good of a turnout it was, but I heard this year that they're actually trying to bring it back. It might be under a different name because they might have been sold or something like that. But they are planning to do something out there in Isleton. And they used to do the Crawdad Festival used to be huge. It would be over Father's Day weekend, and it was really big. So yeah, a lot of good stuff.
Let's hope that it makes it back.
Yeah, I hope so.
I've heard a lot about it. Haven't experienced it yet. So.
Yeah, because last year, it went to you know, out to Sacramento, and I even was like, no, I'm okay. And Father's Day weekend, there was a lot of other things going on. So,
sure.
Because we also have the Delta Lunch Bunch that gets together and they do a few things over Father's Day weekend, but they do a trip up to Shasta, which is a lot of fun. But there is going to be the first meetup is going to be March 14th. And there's going to be the Delta Lunch Bunch. It's the St. Patrick's Day run. It's free. It's just a get together of all, you know, people who like the boat. Doesn't matter what kind of boat you have. And you just get together and you kind of go around to a few of the different restaurants. It starts at Orwood's and, you know, usually goes to like Windmill Cove. Sometimes they go to Tower Park. And they usually finish it off at Rusty Porthole. And then after that, you go wherever you want. So
all places I've been.
Rusty Porthole is amazing. I wish that Sugar Barge would get a restaurant and get someone to lease that restaurant there because, I mean, it's such a great location.
It really is.
And they do bands in the weekends in the summertime. And then they usually have a food truck out there and they do have their liquor license. They do have alcohol there. But it's just, they have such a nice restaurant there. But you need someone who really has the experience that can really run it because it's a big restaurant. And you've got to know that most of your clientele is coming in summertime and you're going to make your money.
A little seasonal.
And if you're not ready, I mean, there's people that are going to, you know, frequent there in the wintertime, but it's just, you know, it dies off out here in the winter.
Yeah. And then it's still doing the Frozen Bun Run?
Rusty Porthole, New Year's Day, that's always a hit. Even this year when it rained on them and stuff, it was still a great turnout. And it was really, really good. So it didn't even matter that it rained, rain or shine. People are still coming out, and it's just a good time.
I wanted to go, and then I'm like, it was raining. It's gonna mess my hair up. And
yeah. So we'll just have to get you a Delta Daze hat, so you don't have to worry about your. You don't have to worry about your hair.
Proudly.
So definitely. It's a good one. So a lot of good stuff going on the Delta, and just a great community. I mean. You know, and one thing we don't have to worry about on the Delta is we don't have to worry about, you know, having to worry about, you know, getting checked for the mussels and all that stuff.
That's true. Yeah. If you go out to the lakes out in, where was it? I was just showing property not that long ago. Lake Tulloch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They have the mussel thing.
Oh, yeah. All of the lakes except for like Don Pedro, I think, are the ones that are like Don Pedro's like exempt. I guess they don't care or something. You
have to get like a tag and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, some lakes like Tahoe and stuff, it's like it basically have to commit to that lake basically for the whole year, or else you're gonna have to pay so much for them to flush your system out and all that. It gets expensive. It's like it's kind of like you have to pick and choose where you're gonna try to be at. And the Delta, I mean, we just get the best. We get the best water. If you really want to ride, if you're looking for wake surfing, skiing, wakeboarding, wake skating, even tubing, any of that stuff. I mean, we have the best waterways because we have the protection from the wind. I mean, it can be windy out and you'll find a slough that still has good water. And that's what's pretty amazing. If you look hard enough, you can find it. You go to a lake, if you're not up at, right when the sun's coming up, I mean, it's probably going to get blown out, especially when boats come by, all those wakes. It just becomes, just a mess out there. And it's like, it looks nice. It is nice to get out there. I love getting to the lakes from time to time. But when it comes to actually riding and, if you really want to ride and have a good ride, the Delta, there's nothing like it.
Definitely a different experience.
Yep. It's just a great. So yeah, I grew up wake skating and wakeboarding out on the water. And now I've kind of been more into wake surfing just because getting a little older, it's a little less on the body.
Yeah.
So it's still a good time no matter what. Even if I can't ride, just being on the water is just always a great time. It just feels like you're on vacation every time you step on that boat.
And that's how I feel living out here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's really nice that you can feel like you're on vacation every weekend or even during the weekdays. I mean, summertime. I mean, what do we have? Another 2 weeks, then we're daylight savings. And
yeah, we're talking about all these events coming up. It's still February.
I know.
It'll be right around the corner.
I know. Yep. Right when, basically once it starts getting to like 75 degrees out here, it's full on. It basically feels like summer out here. Everyone gets excited. And that's the thing. It's like don't get burned out before summer even starts because it happens. People are just start boating so early and then they're like, oh, I get a little burnt out. And you're like, no, summer hasn't even started yet. So
I cannot wait to get my flip-flops on and my trunks and get out there and get on the water.
Yep. Yeah. So it's a lot of fun.
So yeah, if people want to find out information on all that we talked about, Delta Daze is the YouTube channel.
Yep. Delta Daze. That's DAZE.
And the Instagram once again is
CA Delta Daze. So that's where you can find it. Yep.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for being here today and being such a great.
Thank you.
And we'll catch you next time.